Immortal. Chapter 1. I stood alone in the dimly lit corridor. Before me loomed the damp stone walls of the catacombs, behind me a large wooden door. What lay behind this door was the god's best-kept secret. I did not know the truth of the secret. It was my job to guard it unconditionally. It remained unlocked, and out of trust by the gods, I continued to guard it without question. All I did was guard this door. I knew not of the god's place beyond the corridor or of the place behind the door. This was my place, in front of the door, at the end of a long passageway, and for a time I was content. Time does not pass for me as one would expect. It could have been moments, or it could have been generations that passed as I stood my silent watch. In the place where creation began, the sense of time as humans know it did not exist. No one came or went from the room that I endlessly guarded. I began to wonder what sort of secret was held so sacred that not even the gods visited it. My answer came to me, subtly at first. He approached slyly, slinking through the shadows. As he neared, I knew him to be a god. In my ignorance, I could not see his intent as impure, for how could a god be anything but pure? He beckoned to me. "Keeper of the secret," he spoke so softly. "I am," I replied. "What secret is this that is so well kept beyond an unlocked door?" He smiled. "Are you not a god? Should you not know more than I as its keeper?" I replied, confused. "Would you not desire to see it with me?" He grinned. "It is not my place to want such things. It is my place to stand guard," I answered. I thought perhaps I was being tested, although I did not understand why. This was my place, and they had never had a reason to disturb me in it before. The god pressed on as he came closer to me. "Aren't you the least bit curious? Will you not open the door and let us see the truth for ourselves?" he asked. I pondered it for a time, with the god standing beside me. If the god wanted to see it, what harm could come from knowing? I looked at the door as my curiosity grew. I reached out and placed my hand on the door. It was so cold. I pushed ever so lightly on the door. It shouldn't have moved at all. However, it flung open violently. I and the god beside me were stricken by the truth of death. I was overwhelmed by the feeling. I did not want to die. It was foul and grotesque knowing the nothingness it would end as. I fell to my knees and wept. What have I done? Still on my knees, I looked up, tears in my eyes, as I faced the council of gods. I realized then how I detested them for creating something so wretched. Not a word was spoken aloud, but I could feel the intent grow into violence. In their anger of my betrayal, they lashed out. I was wounded, leaving a void that would not heal. I knew then that I would die. I could not accept this as the end. I demanded life. Cast from the heavens I was, thrown away to die on the playground the gods called Earth. I stumbled and cursed the gods. How dare they throw me away? Vengeance must be mine. I was answered by the only other to be cast away by the gods. The Dark Father appeared before me with an offer. If I would embrace chaos and darkness, I could live out my hollow immortality, feeding from the life of mortals the gods favored. How could I refuse? So is how I became Tres Morte, god of the living dead.